Good morning children. I hope you are all safe at your home. Today I was being with you to make you to learn some concept in maths. Before going to the topic, you need to know why you want to learn maths. Why maths is considered as very important. Yes, for that I will give you a very simple answer. How many of you like to eat ice creams and chocolates? Yes, most of you like to eat ice cream and chocolates. Even I too like to eat ice cream and chocolates. Let us consider a situation that your mother had given some money and asked you to buy some chocolates. You will be very happy when your mother says like that means. Now consider you are moving to a shop, and when we enter into a shop, you will be asked a shopkeeper to give you a chocolate. The next question that the shopkeeper will ask you is that how many chocolates do you need? When you learn numbers in maths means you will be able to answer to them as give me a 5 chocolates or else 10 chocolates or else 100 chocolates. When you not learn maths means you will not able to answer that question. So we are learning maths in second standard for buying a things, counting a things, and then identifying a shapes of a things around us. Okay, do you clear in that? In today's class we are going to see one interesting topic in maths. Before going to the topic, we shall play a game. I think most of you like to play a game. Now I am going to explain about the concept of the game. I am going to show some object images. You need to find the shapes of that particular images. Do you clear in that? I am going to show some object images. You need to find the shapes of that particular images. Are you ready for that game? Yes. Now I am going to show the first image. Yes, the first image is clock. Can you guess the shape of the clock? Yes, what is the shape of the clock? Your answer is circle means you are correct. So please appreciate yourself. Okay, now I am going to show the second image. Children, please watch on your screen and identify the second image shape. Yes, the second image is carom board. I think most of you have spent your time in quarantine period by playing a carom board. Okay, what is the shape of that carom board? Yes, can you guess the answer? If your answer is square means you are correct. The carom board is in a square shape. Okay, next I am going to show you a third image. I am going to show you a third image. Can you able to guess the image name? Yes, the third image is a scale. Can you able to guess the shape of that image? Yes, it is in a rectangle shape. Do you guess the correct answer means? Please appreciate yourself. The third image is in a rectangle shape. Children, be ready, and this is the final image I am going to show to you. Please guess the answer correctly. Yes, the image is displayed to you. Yes, what is the name of the what is the shape of that particular image? Yes, the shape of that particular image is a triangle. Yes, the board is in the form of triangle. Okay, children, next I am going to ask you one question. How many lines do you need to draw a triangle? How many lines do you need? Yes, some of you saying answer as 3. Yes, 3 lines we need to draw a triangle. You may see the 3 lines seems to be in a very straight form. Yes, in today's class we are going to see a lesson about lines and shapes. We are going to see a lesson about lines and shapes. Particularly, we are going to see a topic about types of lines. Today's lesson is lines and shapes. Particularly, we are going to see about types of lines. The lines are classified into 2 types as straight line and curved line. Straight line and curved line. The straight lines is further classified into 3 types as horizontal line, vertical line and slanting lines. Horizontal line, vertical line and slanting lines. Now I am going to say about the definition for that particular things. Now I am going to share about the definition for that particular things. Horizontal line. Horizontal line is nothing but a sleeping line. In your earlier classes, you have drawn a sleeping line and standing line to write an alphabet. The same concept are going to applied in this types of lines. The horizontal lines are nothing but a sleeping line. The sleeping line drawn from left to right or right to left is called as the horizontal line. Okay, do you clear in that? Horizontal lines are nothing but a sleeping lines. Next, vertical line. Vertical lines is nothing but a standing line. The standing line drawn from top to bottom or bottom to top is called vertical line. The standing line drawn from top to bottom or bottom to top is called vertical line. The next thing is that slanting line. The slope lines are called as slanting lines. The slope lines, in Tamil we called it as slope as saivu. It's saivu, konja saanja mari irukkudu, slope lines. Slope lines are called as slanting lines. Next is a curved lines. A line which is not in a straight form is called as curved line. A line which is not in a straight form is called as curved line. It may be in bended form, it may be in zigzag form, any form, it should not be in a straight form. Okay, now I am going to say some real life example for particular things. The real life example for horizontal lines. Let us see your surrounding. Some of the objects are positioned in the form of lying position. Some of the objects in your surrounding are positioned in the form of lying form. See that a very good example for that lying position is our steps in the houses. You may see that the house, our steps in our house are seem to be in a horizontal form. A very good example for it is steps in our house. Next one is vertical line. A very good example for vertical line is a tree. A trees are standing in a vertical position. Even we too are standing in a vertical position. We are also an example for an vertical position of lines. Okay, next example I am going to say is a slanting lines. Do you ever noticed when you writing, when you are writing, how you are holding the pencils? Do you ever noticed it? Yes, we are holding a pencils in the form of slanting form. When we handle it in a vertical position means we will not able to write. While when we handling it in a vertical slanting position only, we can able to write. This is the very good example for slanting position. Next, I am going to say an example for curved lines. How many of you like to travel in a mountains or in a hills? I think most of you like to travel in a mountain or hills. Whenever you have noticed the roads of the mountains and hills, it should be in the form of curved position. The road is not in the form of straight line. A very good example is curved roads in mountains. Is a very good example for a curved lines. Do you clear in that? I'm relate the concept with real life example. Childrens, now I am going to show some images. You need to find the image of the, you need to find the images in, you need to find the position of that particular images. Are you ready for that game? This is the second game we are playing in this session. Are you ready? I am going to show some images. You need to find the shapes of the position of that images. First thing I am going to show is, yes, see this pencil. How the pencil is held in the hand, at what position he is holding. Yes, he is holding a pencil in the form of vertical position. Do you answer it correct means? Please appreciate yourself. Your answer is correct. You are holding a pencil in a vertical position. Okay, next image I am going to show is candle. How do the candle stand? What position the candle is standing? Yes, what is the answer? Yes, it is standing in a vertical position. It is a very good example for an vertical position. Next, I am going to show an next image. You need to identify the shape of that images. Yes, what is the shape of the shelves? What is the shape of the shelves? Yes, the shape of the shelf is in a rectangle. Then how it is positioned in the form of? The rectangular shelf is positioned in the form of horizontal. Do you answer it correctly? Means please appreciate yourself. The rectangular shaped shelf is positioned in the form of horizontal. Okay. I am going to ask you one question. You need to answer for that. Consider a situation you want to climb on a wall by using a ladder. At what position you need to put the ladder on the wall? It should be positioned in a vertical form, or else in a horizontal form, or else in a slanting position form. What position you need to put? Can you able to answer it? Yes. What is the answer? Do you guess the answer? Yes, we need to put a ladder only in a slanting position. Then only we can able to climb on the wall. Do you know? Do you ever noticed it? Yes, if you noticed it means you can see that this ladder was only in a slanting position. Okay, my next question is, how many standing lines are there in a letter T? How many standing lines are there in a letter T? Can you able to answer this question? Yes, there is only one standing line in a letter T. And then how many sleeping lines in a letter T? Yes, I think it have only one sleeping line in a letter T. Okay children, in today's class we have seen about types of lines and their real life examples. Yes, the lines are classified into two types as straight lines and curved lines. Straight lines are further classified into horizontal line, vertical line and slanting line. The horizontal lines are called as sleeping lines. The vertical lines is also called as standing lines. The slope lines are called as slanting lines. Okay, these are the concepts which we learnt in today's class, and on next session we will learn about the closed figure and open figure. Before going to the next session, I am going to give some homeworks to you. The first homework is, let us observe your surrounding and list out the objects which are all in a standing position, which means vertical position, which are all the things in a horizontal position, and which are all the things in a slanting position. You need to list out their names and write it and send me in a WhatsApp. Okay children, have a good day. In tomorrow's session, we will see about open figure and closed figures. Bye.